Hello and welcome to week 5 and our brand new theme. So this week we're going to be talking to you about the theme of royalty and 10 new words that relate to this theme. Now before we dive in, I wanted to quickly give you a really big thank you for watching this video and supporting our channel. We've had so much great feedback about this. We're now just over a month into doing breakfast time vocab, and every week this channel is growing and growing, and we really appreciate all of our students who are getting involved and leaving comments and sharing their sentences below. Remember as well, if you're watching this, a really helpful thing is so small, but it is a big deal for us on this channel, is if you could make sure that you like this video and you also subscribe to our channel. The more that we can grow, the more we can invest into this channel and bring you even better resources as time goes by and we keep growing and evolving. So if you could do that for me today, it literally takes you 2 or 3 seconds, but it would mean the world to us. Okay, now let's dive into the 5 words that we're going to be looking at this week. So, word number 1 is the word regal. So, this is an adjective. And essentially, if you describe something as being regal, it relates to this idea of like a king or a queen. So, if we were going to use it in a sentence, we would say something like, the king's regal attire commanded respect from his subjects. So, attire is also another fancy word for clothing. So, in the sentence, we're talking about regal attire. So, what we're basically saying is the clothes he's wearing reminds us of like a king or royalty. So that's our first word for today. The second word is reign. Now, this can be used as a noun or a verb. We're going to talk about it in the context of a noun because actually this is maybe slightly less of a common way to use it. So when you talk about like the reign of a monarch or a king or a queen, you're essentially talking about the time period that they ruled a country or an empire in. So for example, if we were going to use it in a sentence, we could say something like, Queen Victoria's reign was one of the longest in British history. So the idea is like the time in which she ruled, she kind of broke records. She was on the throne for such a long period of time. The next word is the noun regalia. So this relates to like symbols or emblems or even like objects that are sort of associated with or belong to royalty. So for example, in the UK, you would say something like, the crown jewels are part of the monarch's regalia. So these are like the fancy objects that they use during like coronations and official events and things like that. And essentially that's regalia, all those sort of objects and things that belong to them, that's what we're referring to in that sentence. The next word is the adverb commandingly. So this is describing now this idea of like someone's power and the way that they're speaking. So like to command is to tell somebody what to do. So if you're speaking in like a commanding way or commandingly, essentially what it means is that you're almost like demanding respect from the people who are listening to you. So the way that we could use it in a sentence would maybe be something like, the Queen spoke commandingly, which inspired confidence in her troops before battle. So this idea that she's maybe like doing this big sort of projecting speech and it's very like uplifting and getting people's attention and they're inspired by it. They want to take action off the back of it. So almost like they're being commanded. And the last word is the adjective sovereign. So sovereign essentially relates to this idea of someone or something that has or possesses like the ultimate power over a situation. So if you've got like sovereign rule or sovereign power, it's almost like you outrank everybody and you've got the kind of final say in everything that goes on. So if we were going to do it in a sentence, we'd say something like, the Queen possessed sovereign authority over the realm. So this idea, she had like the ultimate control over everything that was happening. Okay, so well done for learning those 5 words today. Hopefully there's been some new vocab in there for you to test out and practice. Remember, one of the best places to test it is in the comments box. Put your sentences down there. Every week we pick a winner. And on Wednesday, when we come back, I'm going to be diving in and telling you a little bit more about how we can help you with this vocab inside the 11 Plus English Club. But for now, have a good practice. Don't forget as well to like this video, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends as well if you enjoy it. I bet some of your friends will as well. And we look forward to sharing new content with you on Wednesday.